Dipti rightly said that we were discussing on what is something that we can share with everybody, and I think Heal Clinic as an organization is doing a lot of meaningful work. And when we realize that there are two aspects, especially in the last 1.5 years, is something that we all are grappling with. That is number one, who are we? To understand who is the true self, who are you beyond the roles, the responsibilities that you have, the human definitions that has been given to you. So who is your pure essence, who is your pure being, who's your inner being, and how do you connect with your own self? And to do that also, it's very important to live in this present moment. And I think this living in this present moment term, we have heard, we have read, we have seen in a lot of places, but to follow that and how do we go about it is something which I guess all of us must be having in our mind, that okay, how do I do that? It's easier said than done. So I'll try and connect to both the things together, which will help you in your day-to-day lives. And if you have any questions while I'm talking, anything that I'm sharing, if you have a doubt around that, please note it down. You can share it in the chat box, or you can just hold on to it, so once I'm done, I can address them, and then at the end we'll do a small exercise which will help you. So as Dipti rightly said, we'll be taking it in three parts. So today we'll be talking about how you can connect with yourself through your breathing. So through a little bit of breathing exercises, which I'm sure most of you must be doing in some way or the other, but I will teach you how to calm yourself down and connect with your own self. So to begin with, I would say that if you want to know yourself, it is to love yourself, and to love yourself is everything. But again, this self love and loving yourself is something which we will say that, oh yes, I do, I take care of myself, I eat healthy, I exercise, I wear good clothes, I am taking care of myself in all possible ways. But trust me, if I honestly ask you a few questions, then you might start thinking that, really, am I doing that or am I not doing that, right? Because there is no relationship more important than the one you have with yourself, because the way you are connected to yourself will determine how truly you are connected to everybody else around you. Okay, the decisions that you make, how important are you for yourself, are you a priority for yourself or not? Do you succumb to peer pressure, do you get upset into through small things, through any situation, through any people? So obviously if it's an intimate relationship or it is something very
I'm
significant
sorry,
for you,
Madhurima, people
obviously
can't
we will.
hear. Madhurima, people can't hear. If you could just speak a little louder.
Oh, okay, I will.
Yeah,
Is it audible now?
yeah. Gunjan, is it audible? Okay, everybody's saying no.
Okay, me right?
Okay, can people hear her now? Is it only Gunjan or is it everybody who can't hear Madhurima? Volume is low.
Uh, okay. Maybe you can just increase the device, volume, and
Has
just
to
try
be
and come
from
once again.
your side. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. Rachna can hear you. Volume is fine. Naina is fine. Gunjan, if
All
you're
right.
not able, okay, Gunjan, if you're not able to hear, if you could log out and log in again, sometimes that helps.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's start.
Sure. All right. Okay. Thanks for telling that. So, yeah. So when I was saying that we get succumbed to peer pressure, or we do not get to make ourselves as a priority, and then we keep going back and forth about where am I lost, where am I going, and you start moving further and further away from what is your purpose of life. Why are you here? Why are you born in this life? That I mean, I'm just trying to say that for example, let's take Dipti's name. So because I know Dipti, so if Dipti is born as Dipti in this country, in this city, in this family, in this particular organization, there is a purpose why she's there, right? So nothing is coincidence. So going deeper into our soul connections, our soul purpose and things like that is a different story altogether. I will not be going into that, but all of us have a reason for our existence, and that's the reason why we are here. So nothing is a coincidence, ultimately. So what happens is, what you look outside and what you look inside have to be the same. So now the next question comes at what does it mean that how do we connect to our own selves? So at a micro level, you may think that, you know, the physical aspect, the survival aspects, if you have a good home, if you have a good career, relationships, all those things means that you are taking care of yourself, you're connected to your needs, and those are very survival related things. Those are not soul connected things. Okay, so those are extremely important as a human. For you to survive in this world, your needs have to be met, the material needs, right? But what about your emotional needs? What about your spiritual needs? What about the things which are beyond the survival requirements, right? So you will have to stay connected to your emotions, you'll have to stay connected to your true self. You Okay, there was some sound coming, Dipti.
And I have muted, it was coming from one of the participants.
Okay, okay. So, so you know, to knowing your true self, knowing your personality is something which you will help you to stay aware of your thoughts, aware of your strengths, aware of your weaknesses, aware of what is your true desire, what is your true purpose, what is your true dream. And most of these things are conditioned to us by people around us. You know, so for example, when you were a child, if you were good in drawing, they will tell you, "Oh, you're so good in drawing, Dipti. I think you should be an artist." And because you have been continuously praised and appreciated, you also start believing that, yeah, I think I'm a good artist and I think I should take it up professionally. But the same way, on the other hand, if somebody tells you, you know what, Dipti, you're very stubborn, and then because it's been repeated and repeated and repeated again and again, so Dipti will start thinking as a child that, oh yes, maybe I'm stubborn, and she'll grow up with that same point of view, and as an adult she will start behaving in that way even if she doesn't want to. And that's where a disconnect comes. And there will be a time, I'm sure, if you look inside today, all of you, there are certain traits in you, there are certain things in you which you are doing, which you are feeling, which you are behaving. But if you look inside, you will see, you know what, this is not something I want to do. This does not keep me happy. This does not make me feel light. So, what is that happening? There is a disconnect because what has been told to you, what you have grown up with, and what you truly are is not the same, right? So, you know, we are all very equally beautiful, we are gifted, and very unique in our own little way. And it is a privilege that, you know, we are living this life of this human in whichever circumstances that you have, because all of it is related to our purpose of life. And it is important that, you know, we connect to our own self, because if you do not put yourself first, you will not be able to keep anybody else happy. So I'm sure most of you must have heard of the saying called, you cannot serve from an empty cup. So if you have a cup which does not have water, how can you serve water to somebody else? If you do not have rice at your home and I come to your home and say, can you give me some rice, I want to cook it, how will you give it to me if you do not have it in your own kitchen? So in order to help somebody else, you will have to first have it inside you to help yourself first. So I'm sure a lot of people will say that, you know, but even though I am happy or I'm not happy, I still be kind to people. I still help with people. And I always, you know, reach out to them when they are going through their challenges. And that's absolutely fine. That's your true nature of being kind, of being compassionate, of being loving. But at the same time, you know, if you're continuously giving, you also, like, you always remember that, you know, us, our physical body, our emotions, our soul, we are like this cup. So we have this love inside us, this, you know, compassion inside us and everything. But if we keep emptying it out and emptying it out and emptying it out and not refilling it, so there will be a time when you will be drained out, when you will be empty from within, and you will feel frustrated, you will feel fatigued, you will feel tired, and you may still push yourself physically and keep going on and going on and going on, but there will be a void inside. That emotional void will be there, and there will be a time when all these things will start manifesting at a physical level also, because if you're not happy inside, if you know, are not connected inside, if you're not treating yourself well, there will be a lot of physical manifestations as well which will start harming you, and then you will end up going to a doctor, getting your treatments done, taking medicine. So, you know, all of this are interrelated. But unfortunately, you know, most of us are not even aware of the power that we have inside, and we think, you know what, I'm not good enough, or oh yes, I'm just doing this normal job, oh I live in a smaller house, I don't have big things to talk about my achievements and things like that. But trust me, your worthiness or who you are and your purpose in this world is much much beyond than what you and I can understand from a human perspective. So if you are here today, if you are still around, if you are still making a difference, whatever that you are going through, there is a reason. And hence, rejoice and celebrate the life that you have, irrespective of the circumstances that you are in, irrespective of the challenges that you're facing, the success that you have, or everything else. It doesn't matter. If you are still around on this earth, there is a purpose, there is a reason. So let's celebrate that and make the most out of it, right? So before I go further, I just wanted to check with all of you, if you have any questions, then I can address them, or I'll just take it away to how we can connect with ourselves on a day-to-day basis. Yeah, Dipti, do we have any questions? I am just trying to see the chat box, so can't see any questions there.
No, I think as of now, no one has any questions.
Sure. All right. So in terms of knowing yourself, so I had said that it's also very important to connect with your own self. It's important to be in this present moment. So there again, we have a lot of questions that what exactly is being in this present moment. So when you are in this present moment, it means that you no longer worry about what happened in the past, like today morning or today afternoon or even 15 minutes before you started the session, or what will happen after this, okay, or what will happen tomorrow, or what will happen at 10 o'clock in the evening today. So you are here now, right? This half an hour that you are here with us, attending this workshop, attending this session, just be here, not only physically but from your mind, from your body, from your thoughts, and even possible with your soul. Because whatever that I'm sharing, whatever that you're feeling, whatever that you're doing, this is most important right now, because this moment will not come back, okay? So all those realities, all those things that you have to do, the worries, the fears, the tasks that you have to complete will all stay. Nothing will change. But this moment, this session, or this experience that you are having will not come back. So it is just not about this workshop. I'm just saying in any situation. So for example, if you're cooking, be there when you're cooking. So if you are talking to a friend over the phone, be in that conversation, because it's very normal for ourselves to keep doing multitasking. Okay, I'm talking to a friend, but uske saath saath I'm also doing something else. Oh, I'm cooking and I'm also doing something else. Oh, I'm talking to my maid, but I'm also doing something else. So we are always multitasking. But even there, it's not about the actions. Try and enjoy and be in that particular moment as much as you can, because the mind will keep playing games. We'll have to be in control of our mind, otherwise it will just take us for a ride, right? Because any which ways we are living a very fast pace and lifestyle with a lot of hectic schedules and assignments and deadlines, and a lot of things keep happening here and there. So it's very easy for anybody to get sucked into that, okay, and get into that space of being worried, being stressed, and those anxiety attacks and all those things that, oh my god, today we are safe, what will happen tomorrow, especially during this pandemic, that oh god, what will happen tomorrow, hope my family will be safe, okay, should I take the vaccine, should I not take the vaccine, so your mind is continuously working. So it is very important that you try and stay in this present moment to stay healthy, otherwise there will be no end to the stress that you have, right? So beginning with what you can do on a day-to-day basis, that the first thing that you get up, when you get up in the morning, the first and foremost thing that you can do to begin your day in this present moment is open your eyes and look around. I know it sounds like, is it that simple? But yes, it is that simple, because the moment you wake up in your bedroom, even before you get down from the bed, open your eyes and look around, okay? Take a look around the room that you have been sleeping. Take a look around the person that you slept with. Look around your own self, okay? I know it sounds a little weird, but trust me, do this tomorrow morning, right? So wherever you are waking up tomorrow morning, wake up and just look around yourself, and then touch yourself and see, oh my god, yes, my hands are working, my leg is working, I can breathe, I can see, I can hear, I can taste my saliva, yes, I can smell the air around me. Okay, then slowly put your foot down, touch the ground. So the moment you touch the ground, you can realize that, okay, I can still stand, the ground is still there, I have a shelter, I have a roof. So there are multiple things that you can do the moment you wake up to get accustomed and surrounded by your surrounding and getting acquainted with that. It sounds very simple, but at the same time, it is also very important to ground ourselves to our present reality the moment we wake up. Okay, and the moment you do that, you will start feeling that yes, I'm alive, I'm grateful, and I'm here now. Whatever happened last night, whatever dreams that I saw, it's not important. Today I'm alive, today I'm here, and this is where I have to start my day again. So no matter what happened yesterday, I will start again, right? So try and do this tomorrow morning if you have those kind of anxiety attacks or you do not feel connected to your own self. So do that, okay? And the second thing that you can obviously do is listen to your heart and ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Okay, many a times, we are in denial of what we are feeling. So you can even ask yourself when you're looking around and touching yourself, touching the ground, and just checking your entire room when you moment you wake up. You can even ask yourself that, what am I feeling? What's the emotion that I'm feeling? How is my body feeling right now? Do I have a cramp in my neck? Is my hands feeling fine? Is there a stiffness in my body? Am I feeling fresh? So talk to your body, talk to your mind, that am I feeling happy? Am I feeling anxious? What am I feeling? Start communicating with your body, start communicating with your thoughts, and then at the same time we will move to the breathing exercise, which I will be teaching you all, so you can do that. And so pay attention. So that's, where we talk about being aware, being mindful of where you are at this present moment, right? So I will only share till this much as of now for the benefit of time, because I don't think we have much time on this. So any questions you have? Otherwise, I can just teach you a small, breathing technique which you can use tomorrow morning and the moment you begin your day.
I guess we can start the process then.
All right, I'll do that. Cool. So, so the moment you wake up, and the thing that I wanted to tell you about, even which will help you to calm yourself down in terms of being in the present moment, is wherever you are, and it's very, very simple, which I'm sure most of you can do. If you can do it right now with me, though I can't see either of you because the videos are off. So, on the bed itself, you can sit and may keep your back straight and your shoulders can relax, and you can keep your eyes closed, and your hands can rest on your knees with your palms facing the ceiling. So you don't have to do a dhyan mudra, just leave it open because you've just started your day. So you can just surrender to the universe of being in connection with it. So before you even get down from the bed, so you just do that, and just do simple 5 deep breathing before you even step out of the bedroom and go out to the kitchen to make your tea or to go to the washroom or anywhere. So a very, very basic step is to do 5 rounds of deep breathing. So if you can follow me while I'm saying this, so wherever you are, if you can sit, close your eyes, and as I keep telling you, you can do this deep breathing. So you can inhale in the count of 1, 2, 3, and slowly exhale 1, 2, 3. Inhale 1, 2, 3, and exhale 1, 2, 3. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3. 2 more times. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3. One last time. Inhale 1, 2, 3, and exhale 1, 2, 3. Keeping your eyes closed, be aware of the thoughts that you may have, be aware of the emotions that keep coming and going. Just keep telling yourself this. I will share this again, that today I begin my day from this present moment in complete awareness. Today I begin my day from this present moment in complete awareness. I let go of my past and my future. I let go of my past and my future. So, keeping your eyes closed, you can slowly start getting aware about the sounds that you hear around you, the sensations that you feel in your body, the place where you are sitting on the bed, and anything that's coming and going. And then slowly, after a few seconds, you can open your eyes and begin your day. Yeah, so if I hope the ones who are with us right now could do this small breathing exercise and small exercise to connect with our own self before we start our day. So if anybody would like to share anything, unmute themselves or just ask anything.
No, I think it's a brilliant way to start your day because we generally tend to get up and jump out of the bed.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. So yeah, so
So
if anybody has any question or anything to share, if they could do it with when I was giving the instructions, if they could not do it, any thoughts coming on their mind, please feel free to share.
So how's everybody feeling now after this short exercise? I mean, how they were feeling before when they started and they're feeling after. Any changes you find in your thought process, in the mental thoughts that keep coming and going emotionally in any state? Hello. Okay, Rachna said she's feeling calm.
Okay. Thank you, Rachna.
Okay, Rajuli said it was good.
Okay. Thank you. So
Hello, hi Madhurima.
yes, Sureka.
Yeah, so it was a great experience, and I think once we start doing it regularly and meet you again on next Wednesday, I think we would have
Sure.
more experience to share with.
Yes, it's a very, very simple technique. It doesn't take much and it doesn't take much time also, just a few seconds or a minute actually. So do that
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow morning when you wake up. And
Yeah.
I mean, I will teach you one more thing which you can do in the night as well. So it's a very simple technique.
Mm-hmm.
So if any of you can, maybe Dipti, if you are okay, you can keep your video on and I'll just show you so I'll also see you've understood. So there
Yeah,
is
sure.
one beautiful thing which you can do in the morning when you wake up, so you be in connection with your own breathing and in yourself and you begin the day, and all the thoughts that are coming, the emotions that are coming, so you are not running away from them, but you are not even getting into that negative emotion of, oh, the story starts again. So just be aware that yes, okay, the thoughts are coming, thoughts are going, no problem, I am here now, right? So one thing that you can do in the night before you go to sleep today is, after everything is done, you're just going to now lie down on the bed, sit on the bed before you lie down, and imagine that your head is like a cup. Okay, imagine that your head is like a cup and you take your head out and you hold it in your left hand. So your head is like a cup and it is on the left hand, and all the thoughts that you've had since morning, the good experiences, the not so good experiences, the learnings, the mistakes, the worries, the fears, all the things that you have experienced the entire day, start taking it out from the head and putting it in the cup. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so let's do this, Dipti, that you hold a cup in your left hand, close your eyes, and all the things you have gone through from the morning till now, start taking it out, the good things, the bad things. So just empty out your cup, let nothing stay, not the good, not the bad, not the worry, not the fear, nothing. So you can do this till you feel a little light and you think, yeah, I think I've emptied out my head. So once you think you have emptied out, keep your eyes closed and pour the cup onto the floor and give it to the universe. Okay, as if you're just giving it away to universe, that okay, now I'm surrendering all my worries, my thoughts, my experience to you, universe. Just take care of it. Okay, so I'm sleeping with an empty cup. I'm sleeping with an empty mind. Okay, and you put the cup back into your head and then go to sleep. And then after that, don't see your phone, don't talk to anybody, don't do anything. That's why I said this has to be the last exercise before you go to sleep. Okay, so this is something which you can do and see how it helps you. Because what happens is we have so many things that has happened since the time you woke up till now. So it's normal and natural that the mind will keep wandering कि अच्छा ये हुआ था, बहुत अच्छा हुआ था, अरे वो अच्छा नहीं हुआ था, अरे कल क्या होगा. Those things are continuously there, and it's very normal. We have so many roles to play. It's very normal. But then we have to take in charge. Otherwise, the mind is like a roller coaster. It will just take us up and down, up and down, up and down. And we'll be like, oh my God, where do I go now? Okay, so let's take charge of our mind and do these small, small exercises. So do this, emptying your cup in the night, and sleep with an empty cup as much as you can. It will not happen in one day, so please do not expect magic overnight. So do it for a couple of days and you will start feeling lighter. And then definitely when you wake up in the morning, do that exercise of breathing for 5 times and then starting your day. Okay, I will tell you more and more things in the next 2 weeks when we go into emotions, when you go into body, and and I love the part where we connect to our body, because it's awesome. And especially for women, I think most of the participants here are women, so it is a wonderful exercise. So so that's it from now. I don't know if you have time left, Dipti. So
yeah, no, we do have. So, but thank you so much for everybody here. I hope you'll practice this. And as Surekha said, this is something which we can discuss next Wednesday. We can start with sharing everybody's experiences and then take it from there, so that it helps. And just a short thing before we end, this Saturday, Madhurima is doing a workshop, which is on how to live in the moment through emotional awareness. That's from 3 to 6. So in case anybody is interested, just WhatsApp me. I'll send across the details. That's on this Saturday. So that will be about, she'll teach you 10 steps on how to live in the moment mindfully, like let go of the past and not worry about the future. I think something interesting that she said in one of the discussions was that it's not about not planning for the future. It's about not worrying for the future.
Yes,
because when I had, because I had asked her, I said, when you say ki future ke bare mein mat socho, to like, but we do need to plan. So she said there's a difference between planning and worrying.
Yes.
So so that, so she'll take us through those 10 steps on how we can, kind of live in the moment. So if anybody's interested, just ping me. And thank you so much, Madhurima, for being here today.
Yeah, it was nice. I mean, it's always lovely to talk about things that I do, and because this is very close to my heart, and I have gone through my own emotional awakening and my own empowerment, and hence it is the purpose of my life to share it with others. So I hope if it touches your heart and it helps you in even one way, so it's good, and I guess that I've done my bit. So yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Madhurima and Deepti. I think the kind of situation we all are in, the cup, I mean, the head is full of, it's a filled cup all the time. So it's mostly, I think it looks like chores only. I mean, the moment you have to sit,
Yes, of
and
course,
mind has come to a level that I don't think even I'm really thinking in a something beyond the chores and how things to be managed day to day.
Yes.
Other than that, so so I think it's a great idea. I will start doing it from today itself and see how it goes. Yeah,
and once you start feeling good about it, do share it with your family members also.
Sure. I'm sure everybody's cup is full with.
Yes, but see, you have chosen to attend a session like this and help yourself, so that means you love yourself, right? That means you intend to connect to yourself, right? You are choosing. Always remember, आप कितना तक जाओगे, that we don't know. Nobody knows how long and how far we will go in our individual journeys. But you took this first step. You took this first step. You had this intention in your heart to go forward and attend something like this. That means, yes, somewhere you are looking at this connection. It is important for you. It is significant for you. So pat on your back for that, and do say
thank you
to yourself because of doing that.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great
day. Yeah, so Saturday I would love to attend the session, so I will speak to Deepti separately on WhatsApp.
Yeah. Sure, Surekha. I'll message you the details.
Okay.
Yeah. And thank you so much, and have a great evening. Have a great evening ahead.
Thank you so much, Deepti.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.